Sarah from Lift Fitness. Today I'm going to be taking you through a 45-minute long mobility session. And today's going to be a little bit different than kind of a HIIT style or a strength training. Today is more about creating space and awareness in the body. So it's still going to be very challenging, but movement's going to be a lot slower. And it's really important to keep that focus and that awareness within the body as we move. So not jumping or sprinting or anything that's, really fast. So we often lose that focus on posture and, that control through the movement. So that's really what today is going to be about. So I'm excited to do. Okay, the first movement that we're going to do is going to be down on the ground. We're actually going to spend probably the first half of the class on the ground, doing more slow, focused, controlled movements. And then we'll go standing up and it'll pick up a little bit in intensity. So the first movement that we're gonna do is gonna be a cat-cow. So on all four, okay, you're gonna have your wrists right underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Okay, on an inhale, we're gonna look up, keeping a big gap between the ears and the shoulders. And then on the exhale, you're gonna tuck the chin, round the back, and then tuck the pelvis under. Okay, you'll flow at your own breath. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, tucking under. Okay, we're gonna do it for a minute. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. You wanna try and make it as smooth as possible. Letting the spine really flow together. Yeah, 15 more seconds. Last one. Good, then coming back to neutral spine. Next one we're gonna do is a thread the needle with rotation. Okay, so you're gonna take, starting with our left hand, and inhale, we're gonna bring the hand through, laying the head flat to the floor. And then the exhale, we're gonna open up, rotate open, and pushing the thumb back. So inhale, tuck under. Exhale, open. Okay, we'll stay on one side. Any arm you wanna start with. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Inhale as we come down. Exhale, open. Okay, laying that head flat, really reaching those fingertips long. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blade back. You don't lose that engagement through the core, so you still want to feel as if you've got that belly button drawing up towards the spine, keeping control. 10 more seconds. And the last one. Good, then we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. Okay, so inhale, tuck under. Laying the head flat to the floor. Exhale, rotate open. It's okay to let your hips move with you as you go. Okay, we want to promote movement here. Okay, really using that breath. Ten more seconds. One more. Good, perfect. Coming down onto all four. The next one we're gonna do is gonna be some activation of the back. So it's really to counter that posture that we often find ourselves in throughout the day, which kind of looks like this, a little hunched over. So lengthening, weakening those back muscles, really tightening up through the chest. We want to open our chest up, so we want to strengthen those muscles in the back. So the first exercise that we're going to do, you're going to come down onto your tummy, here with your legs extended out behind you, and we're keeping our legs flat on the floor and our hips as well. So palms are going to face in to start. Okay, your head is down. So you're going to lift those arms up, palms still facing in, and you're going to open up, palms still facing to the ground, and then you're going to rotate up towards the ceiling, reaching to try and touch those two fingertips together. Then you'll extend back, rotating the palms back to center, and then releasing. Okay, so we'll go for a minute. Really take your time to create that tension in the back and try not to let your traps rise up. So keep those shoulder blades retracted down the back. Okay, so we'll go for a minute. Okay, we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, really trying to keep that tension, squeezing those shoulder blades together as we open. Fifteen seconds. And done. Good. Next one we're going to do is going to be a W. So same idea, still trying to work through the back side. Keeping your feet and your hips flat to the floor. Okay, you're going to inhale to lift those arms up. Exhale to squeeze those elbows up and back. Okay, try to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And extend back out and then lower back down. Okay, so palms stay facing towards the floor. And really make sure you angle your elbows up and squeeze back. Okay, for a minute. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Extend back out and then lower back down. Same idea, avoid bringing tension to the neck, the upper traps. Okay, we're still keeping those shoulder blades down. Squeezing them back in together. Okay, keeping that pelvis slightly tucked under so that core is drawn in, so we're not just extending through the low back. 15 seconds. Last one. And relax. All right. Okay, next one we're gonna do is gonna be a downward dog into an upward cobra. Okay, we'll start up in a high plank position. Okay, we're gonna spread underneath those shoulders. Okay, you're gonna drive those heels into the floor, find length through that upper body. Okay, the back of the legs should be as straight as you can keep them. And then you're gonna come up onto your tippy toes, round up through the back, and then coming to extension and looking up. Okay, driving the heels into the floor, pushing the hips back up on those tippy toes, rounding up through the back, and then looking up. Okay, so still finding that strength through that core, making sure that's turned on as we're moving. Okay, we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, so heels down, hips up. Straighten those back legs. Up on those tippy toes, round up through the back. Exhale, look up. Inhale as we tuck back, heels down. Exhale. And then inhale as we round up. Exhale as you come up. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. exhale up. Seconds. Last one. Good, back into that neutral plank. Okay, we're gonna bring in the hips now. So we're gonna come into a forward lunge, alternating sides. Okay, we're gonna come on the low lunge to the outside of the hand though. So same idea, wrist right underneath those shoulders. You're gonna bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Okay, we're gonna bring in some rotation through that thoracic spine. So we're gonna drop that right elbow as low as we can towards the floor. Ideally, you would touch the floor. You can only get to here, that's really fine, wherever you're at right now. So your elbow will come down and then you're gonna exhale, rotate open. So my thumb is gonna point back towards that mirror wall. Okay, squeezing the shoulder blade open. Okay, we're gonna stay on one side, inhale down, exhale, rotate open. Okay, we'll stay on one side, we're gonna alternate. We're gonna alternate sides. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Inhale. Exhale, hand back into that high plank. Left foot forward, elbow down. Exhale, open. Okay, making sure we have that integrity of the plank when we step back. Last one. Good, done. Okay, we're gonna come into a single side now. So we're gonna do a single leg downward dog, so a 3-legged dog into a pigeon. So 2 kind of yoga-ish moves that we're gonna flow through to make it a little bit more mobility focused. So we're not staying and holding in one position, we're actually moving through the movement to create that space again. Okay, so what it'll look like is in that high plank position. Okay, you're gonna have one foot planted as the other one goes straight up in the air. So we're trying to push that heel down towards the floor. And then you're gonna shift forward and plant that leg underneath you in a bent position. So from the front, okay, one heel presses down as the other foot goes up. And then we're gonna fold that leg under, okay, trying to bend it as much as we can into that 90 degree and keeping our hips square to the leg. Okay, and then you'll keeping that back leg tucked. You're gonna push that heel back into the ground and drive that foot back up. Okay, so we're just gonna stay on one side. Okay, going 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, just taking a second to sit on that hip and then flowing right back up. Exhale as we drop. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, so for the minute, 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Probably notice that one side is going to be a little bit tighter than the other. Very normal. Tucking it under as close as we can get to that 90 degree, just sitting into the hip. Okay, last one. And then we'll come back into all four. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is a plank with a toe tap. Okay, so we're gonna same thing, come into that high plank position. So wrist right underneath those shoulders. Okay, we're gonna reach out. So the opposite foot is gonna go across the body. You're gonna reach out to tap the toe. Okay, you're gonna tap the toe and then bring the foot back. Other side's gonna go up, reach out, tap my toe, come back to the center. Okay, keep switching sides. You wanna try and keep that leg straight when we reach it out, okay, to tap it. Just try to keep it as straight as you can, okay? For the minute, alternating sides. Go ahead. Straight out, reach for that toe, back, straight out, reach, touch that toe. Okay, same thing, maintaining that integrity of the plank when we bring our feet back into the middle. Breathing through it. Exhale as we reach out. Fifteen seconds. Perfect, good, done. Okay, we're gonna flip onto our back sides now, okay? We're gonna come into a kind of a full body opener. So we're keeping our feet flat to the floor, okay? And our wrists down on the ground. We're gonna drive up to create a bridge, okay? So we're lifting the hips all the way up. Okay, you're gonna take one hand, reach across the body, come back down, hips come down, and then extend back up. Reach across the body, come back down, resetting in between each one, okay? Down and up, okay? Really make sure we use that glute strength to lift those hips up. Okay, let's go 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Okay, so drive the hips up, reach across the body, lower back down, exhale, drive up. Inhale as we come down. Really squeeze the glutes. Fifteen seconds. Last one. Good, perfect. Okay, last thing we're gonna do on the floor, okay, just pick up the intensity a little bit before we stand up. Okay, we're gonna do some forward lunge hops, alternating sides, so similar to what we've already done, we're just adding a little bit of a plyometric. Okay, still playing with the space in our hips. So what we're gonna do is in that high plank, you're gonna bring one foot to the outside. Okay, we're gonna actually hop to switch feet. So you're gonna hop the foot back and hop the foot forward, back, forward, okay? What we don't wanna see is our hips go up as we go, okay? So from the side, You're stepping that 1 foot forward. Okay, you're gonna hop forward and back. Okay, so I don't want to see you want to do this to get the legs forward. Okay, want to try and keep ourselves as low as our hips will allow us. Okay, we're gonna switch 30 seconds, and then we're gonna hop, go into a squat hop. Okay, so put 2 feet back. You're gonna hop your feet forward and sit into a low squat. Put your hands back and hop back out into that plank. Feet forward, look up, chest up. Okay, hands down, pop back. Okay, 30 seconds of each movement. Okay, starting with those alternating forward jumps. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Exhale as you jump. Seconds. Good, and then back into that plank. Okay, we're gonna jump the 2 feet out, chest up, okay, hands back down. Okay, go ahead. Same thing, exhale as you jump. Seconds. And done. Good job. That was our floor time, so now we're gonna come standing up and finish standing. Okay, so for the next few exercises, we're gonna use something similar to this, which is a dowel. If you have maybe a broomstick, would probably be best. Or even if you have a band, you could use a band. Something similar to this is fine, and you just hold it apart like this. We need something that doesn't hopefully have any kind of heavy weight to it, so we're not trying to add load to the movement. We are just trying to help it for correctional reasons. So anything you have that's similar to this, a straight rod of any kind, could be like a curtain rod if you really want to get desperate about it, if you want to pull one down. Otherwise, anything you have, and if you don't have it, it's totally fine. You can just hold your arms above head. Just have to be a little bit more cautious about where your arms are going, because the stick will tell us for sure. So the first movement that we're going to do is going to be a squat, okay, so with the bar overhead. So the idea with the dowel is that it tells us if we're doing any kind of forward leaning. So when we squat, sometimes people kind of squat down like this and our body folds forward. So you'll see that stick kind of going overhead. The goal with the squat with the dowel overhead is that it remains overhead. So when I squat down, okay, my arms are staying up. Okay, I'm not folding forward, and then I'm squeezing, driving up through those hips, okay? So we want to try and keep those biceps as close to the ears as we can as we go up and down. So we are gonna really own this movement, okay, by having a pause in the middle and a pause at the end. Okay, so it's gonna require a lot of recruitment, a lot of strength from the body to stay in those positions without folding forward, falling back, or anything like that. Okay, so you gotta kind of find that sweet spot in your movements. So we're gonna do the squat for a minute. Okay, so show you one more time. So we're gonna squat halfway, okay, all the way, and then drive up. Okay, so 2 pauses. Okay, for a minute, 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Okay, so arms extend up, toes slightly rotate out, down, pause, down, squeeze the bum, drive up. Down, down, drive up. Keep going. Okay, from the side, down, down, drive up, down, down. Okay, really have that pause in the squat. We really want to find that squeeze, that tension, that muscle time under tension. That's where we're going to find that strength, that recruitment. Exhale as you come up. Last one. Up. Good. Okay. Next one we're going to do is a reverse lunge with a rotation. Okay, so same idea. We're going to reverse into that lunge and we're going to hold it there while we complete the rotation. Okay, so we're again really challenging those stabilizing muscles in the leg, and we're not cheating by moving too quickly. Okay, so with the dowel, you're going to put it behind the head on the meaty part of the upper shoulder. Okay, we don't want it on the neck. Find that nice cushion spot on the upper shoulder. Okay, you're going to step back with one foot into that lunge. Okay, and then you're going to rotate towards the side that the leg is forward, coming back to the center, and then stepping forward. And then we're going to go to the other side, step back, rotate, forward, up. Okay, so you'll notice when I step back, I find stability first, and while I rotate, my hip and my knee point forward. Okay, they don't come with me as I open. Okay, so find that strength in the legs to hold that position. Okay, for a minute, alternating sides. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Inhale as you step back. Exhale as you open. Squeeze the bum to stand up. Okay, finding that stable position. Then adding that rotation. Okay, those legs should be coming down into that 90-degree bend. So we're stepping that foot back, bending into both those legs. Exhale, open. Squeeze the bum to stand up. Okay, one more. Good, done. Perfect. Okay, next one we're gonna do, continuing opening up through those hips. Okay, we're bringing in that side, that QL, oblique. Okay, that lat. We're gonna really open up through the sides. So we're going back into that overhead position. We're gonna complete what's called a curtsy lunge. So we're gonna step one foot back into the side, still keeping the hips square, and then you're gonna reach the body to the side. Okay, so we're not going forward, we're leaning back. Okay, we're just leaning laterally to the side. Coming back to the center, same thing to the other side. Exhale, reach, back to the center, other side, okay? Keep switching sides for the minute, okay? 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Okay, so we wanna exhale as we reach. Inhale as we come back up. Exhale. Okay, we don't want to feel any rising through those upper traps. We're not trying to push the bar up. Okay, those shoulder blades are still down the back. Okay, the dowel's just added a little bit of weight to give us a bit of a pull, but also just there to give us something to physically move. So it still could be a band, a broomstick, anything. Last one. And done. Good. Okay. Last one we're going to do, we're really going to work in through that plank and that push-up. Okay, so again, it's going to be that pause effect. Okay, so it allows us to really own those parts of the push-up. So that we're not only strong in one certain range of motion, we're all the way to the ground and up. Okay, so we're gonna do what looks like a pause push-up. So wrists under the shoulders, or sorry, slightly wider than shoulder width. Okay, keeping that core nice and tight as we lower down. We're gonna come halfway, pause, all the way, pause, come down, knees touch the ground to help push you back up, pop back up. Okay, halfway, pause, all the way down, pause, and then lower to the ground, knees down, core tight, up. Okay. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, so nice and controlled. Pause, Hovering to the floor, pause, all the way down, knees down, up, back up, pause, pause, all the way down. Core is nice and strong and engaged. Okay, we want to feel like our tummy's falling down towards the floor as we lower down. Okay, that belly button is drawn in and up. All the way, knees down to help press you back up. Okay, 15 more seconds. Okay, last one. Nice, good. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go through that again. Okay, so we're gonna come back up to the top, holding on to that broomstick, dowel, curtain rod, whatever you have. Okay, so we're gonna do that overhead squat again. So we're gonna hold the bar up overhead, shoulder blades down. Okay, so we're not pressing it up. Okay, we're just holding up overhead, trying to keep those biceps nice and close to the ear. Okay, core is tucked in. Okay, so we feel nice and strong in this position before we even start to lower, and then we're squeezing those glutes all the way up, driving through the hips. Okay, let's go 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, try to keep those biceps nice and close to the ears. Pause, all the way, squeeze up. Okay, 2 pauses. Pause, all the way, drive up. Ten seconds. Last one. Done. Good. Okay, going back to that rotation with the lunge. Okay, so towel on the meaty part of the shoulder. Okay, we're stepping back into that reverse lunge, adding in that rotation towards the side that the leg is forward. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, alternating side. Find that stability before you rotate. Okay, coming back to center, squeeze the bum. Okay, exhale. Back to center, step up. Fifteen seconds. And done. Good. Okay, back into that curtsy lunge. Okay, so again, arms are extending up overhead. Okay, we're still trying to keep them in line with our ears. So when I step to the side and back, okay, I'm coming laterally to the side, keeping in line with my mid-body, okay, my midline, so I'm not going forward, not leaning back. Okay, I'm just coming straight out to the side, squeezing that bum, coming back to the center, stepping up to the other way, exhale, rotate to the side, step back to the center. Okay, going side to side. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Exhale. Okay, always keeping those hips square, so we don't want to let our body rotate open. Okay, keeping the hips pointing forward. 15 seconds. Done. Good. Okay, we're coming back down onto the ground. We're gonna do that push-up. Okay, with 2 pauses. So 1 pause is kind of at that halfway point, then the second pause is where we're hovering to the floor, and then we release, relax to the ground. Keeping our knees on the ground, we press back up. Okay, really important that we aren't letting that belly button come down towards the floor as we're pressing up. Okay, we're always keeping that core nice and strong and engaged so that we're really using that strength to help push us back up. Okay, so plank tension is what you want to feel throughout your entire push-up. So it's not just an upper body movement, it's an entire body movement. So really keep your body turned on as you move, okay? So with the push-up, okay, a minute with those pauses. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Okay, core is nice and strong. Lower, pause, hovering, pause. Lower all the way down, knees down, core is pulled in as I press up. Back up into that high plank. Pause, pause, lower. Okay, 15 seconds. Last one. And done. Nice. All right. Okay, last thing that we're gonna do, here we're gonna end with a little bit more core focus. So we're gonna come back down onto the ground. So if you need to get water or a mat, you can grab it. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay on the ground right here. Okay. So the first movement that we're gonna do is gonna be coming from a bear crawl position. Okay, so this one is a little bit challenging. If you do have any kind of shoulder issues, it might not feel great. So just really take your time and assess your body as you move. So if you feel any pain, I'm gonna ask you to just hold the bear crawl. Still really challenging for the entire body. We're just kind of taking the movement out of it. But as you get a little bit more mobile, hopefully by doing these kind of workouts, it'll get a little bit easier and you'll get stronger. Okay, so the movement is from a bear crawl position. Okay, this is wrists underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Okay, you're gonna lift up off of your knees, so just hovering to the floor. You're gonna bring your left foot up and over, okay, so both feet are planted, and then you're gonna extend up overhead. So similar to that bridge that we were doing before, except now we're gonna bring that foot up and back over into that bear crawl, okay, and then the other foot's gonna come up and over, rotating my hips. Exhale as I reach, coming back down, controlling, okay, my knees never touch the ground, okay, and I'm controlling through each motion, okay? So really slow and controlled. Okay, again, if that doesn't feel good, the rotation, especially on the shoulder, just holding the bear crawl is a really great option. Okay, you can add in movement by kind of lifting up that opposite hand and foot, or bringing the opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Okay, lots of ways to do the bear crawl, but for mobility's sake, okay, we're adding that rotation in with that opener to the chest, the lats, the shoulders, all of the body really. Okay, so we are gonna do it for a minute because it's slow and controlled. Okay, so starting in that bear crawl position. Okay, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, wrists underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Rotate one hip, both feet flat. Exhale, reach up and across the body. Rotate back. Exhale, reach. Control. Over. Exhale, reach. Up. Okay, knees always ending at hovering the floor. Okay, really making sure you're squeezing those glutes as you drive up. Okay, we're not just pushing through that low back. "15 seconds. Last one. And done. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move into a side plank. Okay. So this one, we're gonna bring rotation in. So what it looks like is in your side plank, okay, you wanna start elbow right underneath your shoulder. Okay, so common mistake is that people have it out like this. You're gonna try and lift up and you're gonna get a lot of tension through your neck and your shoulder. Okay, I wanna stack those joints. So elbow right underneath my shoulder. Okay, feet stacked, I'm gonna lift my hips up. Okay, you can keep one knee down on the ground and extend the other leg out if it's too much. Okay, if you can, you're gonna come up fully onto your side. We're just gonna do 30 seconds on each side. Okay, so you're gonna come up into that side plank and we're gonna reach under and then open. So reach under, open. Okay, never letting those hips drop. Okay, always pulling that hip up and feeling that underside oblique. Okay, so 30 seconds on each side. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Reach under, exhale, open. Inhale as you come under. Let your gaze follow your hand. Five seconds. And 1, done. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Same thing. Find your position before you start. Okay, you never want to get up in an awkward position. It's not going to feel good throughout the entire movement. Okay, so stack that elbow underneath that shoulder. Okay, hips are stacked, feet are stacked. Okay, lift on up. Okay, rotate under. Exhale, open. Three, 2, and 1, and done. Okay, going down back onto your side. Okay, last one that we're gonna do. Okay, it's gonna be on our front, so it's on all 4 again. Okay, it's a bird dog. So really great for the posterior chain, really common exercise these days, hopefully. Really awesome one that you can do anywhere. It really promotes movement and control. You really need that coordination as well, which is key for the body, okay? And yeah, again, really working that posterior side of the body that often gets neglected throughout our day. Okay, so last one, guys. On all 4, knees underneath those hips, wrists underneath those shoulders. We're gonna extend back one leg. You're kicking the heel back, okay? So that's key. You're actually driving the heel back, not up. Okay, so we're not extending up. We're kicking straight back, squeezing the bum. Okay, and your opposite hand is gonna go forward. Okay, so angle slightly. So if my left foot kicks back, my right hand goes up. Okay, and I actually want you guys to point the thumb up towards the ceiling, but we stay looking down. Okay, so you can either come back down to neutral and then switch sides. Okay, or if you're used to this movement, we've done it quite a bit, and we can stay on one side. You'll extend out, bring that hand to meet the knee, extend back out. Okay, but there should be no movement in those hips, so I shouldn't see any shaking side to side. Okay, so if we're alternating, we're going for a minute. If you're staying on one side, I'll call for a 30-second switch. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Okay, kick the heel back, thumb up. If you're centering, coming back to all 4. Exhale, extend back, coming back. Exhale, extend back. Okay, if you're staying on one side, your hand and knee meet in the middle. Extend back out. Okay, really keeping that core pulled in nice and strong. Okay, you shouldn't feel like you're leaning to one side. You should feel very centered. Okay, if you're staying on one side, reset. Go to the other one. Okay, there should be equal weight distribution between the hand and the knee. Shouldn't feel like I'm leaning or falling to one side. Okay, kick that heel back, squeeze the glute. Three, two, one, and done. Nice work. Okay guys, that was it. 45 minutes of mobility work. As you can see, I'm sweating. It's never easy, and it's super, super important for the body. Okay, it's not all go, 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 fast, 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 lift heavy, lift heavy. Okay, your body really needs that restoring time. So it needs to lengthen. We spend a lot of time in that one bad posture, or if we work out a lot, we're constantly contracting and shortening those muscles, and we're never actually giving them the chance to lengthen and restore, really, because our body needs that chance to rest. Rest is just as important as work is, so you can't have one without the other. So if you like to work out a lot, I really, really urge you to add some mobility work before, after a workout, and even having a day where you really just designate that day for mobility work and stretching to let that body rest and heal. Yeah, so that was 45 minutes of mobility work. Good job.